caught my teenage daughter sneaking out at 2 a.m. Instead of yelling, I simply got in the car and followed her. What I discovered that night changed everything. I couldn't sleep again. I'd been so exhausted lately from the treatments that I'd stopped taking my sleeping pills, worried about getting too dependent on them. Now I was paying for it, lying awake at 2 a.m. staring at the ceiling, my mind racing through medical bills and mortgage payments. That's when I heard it. A soft scrape of wood against wood. My daughter's window sliding open. I sat up in bed, my heart already pounding. It was 2:25 a.m. What the hell was she doing? I got to my bedroom window just in time to see her climbing out, moving carefully across the front lawn. She looked around once, then jogged to her rundown Corolla parked down the street. Every instinct told me to throw open my window and yell, demand to know where she thought she was going, but something stopped me. I grabbed my keys as quietly as possible and headed out through the back door. By the time I got to my car, she was already pulling away. I kept my headlights off and followed. I'd never followed my daughter before. Never thought I'd be that kind of parent. But here I was, keeping 2 car lengths behind her through our quiet neighborhood, my heart pounding in my chest. She drove for 20 minutes through parts of town I barely recognized. Every red light felt like an eternity. My mind wouldn't stop racing. Drugs, that had to be it. I'd found those pills in her backpack last week when I was looking for her phone charger. She said they were for her friend, but what 17-year-old carries someone else's pills in an unmarked bag? And she'd been so defensive about it, so angry when I asked questions. Then there was the texting. Constant texting with someone saved in her phone as just Jay. No last name, no profile picture, just Jay. Every time I walked into a room, she'd flip her phone over, lock the screen, tell me it was nobody. My chest got tight as I followed her deeper into an area I'd always told her to avoid. The streetlights here were dimmer. More businesses had bars on the windows. My daughter had been different lately, so different. 3 months ago, we'd spent an entire weekend touring colleges. She'd been so excited about her applications. Then suddenly she stopped talking about it, canceled her campus visits, stopped checking her email from admissions offices. I thought it was about my diagnosis, about the cancer. They'd found it 6 weeks ago, stage 2. The doctors said it was treatable, but the bills started coming immediately. Insurance covered some of it, but not enough, not nearly enough. I'd been trying to hide how bad it was, but she was smart. Maybe she'd figured it out. My hands gripped the steering wheel tighter as she pulled into the parking lot of a rundown 24-hour diner. The neon sign flickered Mel's in faded red letters. She got out of her car and walked inside. I parked 3 spots down and waited, my engine still running. Through the grimy window, I could see her sliding into a booth, across from an older man, maybe 40, 45. He was wearing a white button-up shirt and had gray at his temples. Every worst fear crashed into me at once. He reached across the table and put something in her hand. She looked at it and nodded. That was it. That was all I needed to see. I threw my door open and stormed across the parking lot. The bell above the door chimed as I burst inside. My daughter's head snapped up. Her eyes went wide. Dad? The older man stood up quickly, holding his hands out. Sir, I can explain. What the hell is going on? My voice came out louder than I intended. The only other customers, a tired-looking couple in the corner, turned to stare. She stood up too. The man handed her something black and folded. An apron. She just stared at me, and then she started crying. Dad, Her voice broke. She clutched the apron to her chest. I'm so sorry. Sorry for what? Who is this guy? What are you doing here at 2 in the morning? I work here. She said it so quietly. I almost didn't hear her. You what? I work here. I've been working the overnight shift Wednesday through Saturday for 3 weeks now. I looked at the man, back at my daughter. Nothing was making sense. The man spoke up, his voice calm. Sir, I'm Joe. I manage this place. She's been working here since mid-October. She's one of our best employees. She was full on sobbing now. I heard you, Dad. That night 3 weeks ago when you thought I was asleep. I heard you on the phone with Grandma, telling her we might lose the house, that the medical bills were too much, that you didn't know what to do. My legs felt weak. I couldn't just sit there and do nothing. So I got a job. I've been saving everything. Every single paycheck. She pulled an envelope from her backpack on the seat and thrust it toward me. It's not much. It's only $1,200 so far, but I thought maybe it could help, even just a little. The envelope shook in her hand. Inside, I could see the corners of paychecks. All of them. None of them cashed. Joe stepped back, giving us space. I can vouch for everything she's saying. She came in here asking if we were hiring. Told me she needed to help her dad. All I could do was pull her into my arms and cry.